Hi, I'm Ashley Trigger, head of the lower school at Lovett.
And I'm PJ Miller, the Director of Teaching and Learning in the lower school.
We are here to introduce to you Lower School Learns, which is a parent series of 5 videos centered around literacy, helping parents understand our approach, our practices, some decision making that are happening here at the lower school.
Some of the things we're going to talk about are our vision for literacy, what a typical reading lesson might look like, what's the difference between a reading level and skill development, how do we do integrated learning, and so much more.
I'd like to share with you our vision for literacy. Our vision for literacy at the lower school is centered on the 5 pillars. And the first one of those is phonemic awareness, which is the awareness of the smallest individual sound, such as s or ch. The second pillar is phonics, where students are matching the phoneme to the actual written letter or the grapheme. So s is a sound that the S makes or the C makes. The third is fluency, where students work on their rate, expression, and accuracy as they are reading.
The fourth is vocabulary and language development. So kids learning new words, we call those academic vocabulary terms, and really developing their oral language. And the whole goal of all of this is for reading comprehension, so that kids fully understand the text that they're reading.
We'd like to highlight a few areas in our vision for literacy. The first of those is knowledge building and skills-based instruction. So thinking about the sequence of skills that are taught, both foundational literacy skills, as well as in upper grades, morphology, which is studying the smallest part of the word that has meaning, such as the word pre-write with the prefix pre, meaning before, so pre-write meaning before you write. Additionally, knowledge-building instructional materials are important, which focus on the sciences, humanities, and social studies.
We're also committed to high quality and ongoing professional development for teachers. We provide and offer a wide variety of professional development for faculty, administrators, such as structured literacy, Orton Gillingham, which is an instructional support for teaching foundational literacy. We have consultants coming in to help us with structured literacy, such as John O'Connor, who's here this year partnering with us.
We'd like to share with you some information about formative assessments, which are assessments that we give with students at regular intervals to measure growth. So we begin the year with a universal screener, so we know where a child is in their development of reading, which also informs our instruction so that we can meet them at the edge of understanding.
So make sure that our instruction is differentiated, that we have scaffolds and supports and enrichment. So we need materials and staff available to support reading development at all levels, so all children can be pushed forward on their reading journey.
Another component of our vision of literacy is teaching phonemic awareness and phonics in a systematic, structured, explicit, and comprehensive way, especially in our kindergarten through 2nd grade classrooms.
We also want to build a lifelong pursuit of language literacy. So we want to build a strong habits of reading and writing life. Literacy impacts every component of our life. So not only do we want to set kids up for success, we also want to make sure that they have a joy and love for reading.
We'd like to share with you a couple of myths about reading instruction. One is that reading is a natural human process. Human brains are naturally wired to speak, but they are not naturally wired to read or write. So with teaching, children typically learn to read at about the age of 5 or 6, but it also takes many years after that to fully master that skill.
The myth that people learn to read just by being immersed in books is a misguided practice. The basic assumption that underlies typical reading instruction in many schools is that learning to read is a natural process, much like learning to talk. But decades of scientific research has revealed that reading doesn't come naturally. The human brain isn't wired to read. Kids must be explicitly taught.
In the lower school, we use a structured literacy approach. And that means that our instruction is explicit, it's structured, it's cumulative, and it's diagnostic.
That was just a little bit starting off here in literacy and what we're doing here at Lovett, but hopefully you got a peek into our approach and our vision for literacy. Next time, we're going to talk about what a typical lesson looks like and even talk about some of our new instructional materials. Thank you.